Hey all, my name is Paul Carter. This is my Module 1 personal video EDL856 for Fort Hays State University. So reading those three articles, I realized all these introduction videos I've kind of done in the past, I feel like I've done them wrong now because I've just been like, hey, I'm Paul Carter, I teach 6th grade social studies, and that's what I do. Okay, so I want to try to use those three articles to make some better connections with you all. So I'm 27 years old and I was born and raised in Buckner, Missouri my whole life. I currently live in Peculiar, Missouri. Yes, I know, I've heard all the jokes. You're Peculiar, you live in Peculiar, Missouri. Yes, I've heard all those before for sure. I am married. That's my beautiful wife, Megan. They're in 4 of those 5 pictures. We have been married for 5 years, just celebrated our 5th year anniversary. We do have 3 pets, 1 dog and 2 cats. I did only post pictures of my dog. Don't tell them, but I definitely play favorites. The dog, Ginny, she is, well, I love her a lot, and she loves me more than my wife, which makes my wife kind of a little bit upset, but I like it a lot. If you do hear anything knocking around during this video, it's because she actually has a cone on her head right now. She has some allergies in her foot, so she's having to wear a cone. So if anything falls over and you hear that, it's probably my dog knocking something over yet again with that cone on her head. In general, since about 8th grade, I decided, and I feel like I've always wanted to make a difference in the life of young people. I have always strived to help others, just kind of who I am, and I really enjoy helping others, and I want to make a difference in the life of young people, which leads me into my next slide here. I'll show you in just a second, but I wanted to have a job to where I could help them, so I jumped into counseling at camps. I've been doing that since around 8th grade, all the way up until now. I'm actually an assistant director at a camp up in Iowa, and helping young people and counseling them through any of the issues that they may have, which led me, hey, I need a job, and how can I help the lives of young people, which is my passion? Well, I am a teacher, and I have been teaching for the past 5 years in the Spring Hill School District, specifically at Spring Hill Middle School. But in the fall, I'll be starting at a brand new school, which still same district, but the new middle school of Woodland Spring Middle School. You can see a picture there at the bottom of the construction. I've never even been in it. I've only seen pictures of the inside, so I'm very excited to get started in August at a brand new school. I have taught 6th grade for the past 5 years and will continue doing so. Specifically, I will be teaching social studies as well. Spring Hill School District is one of the fastest growing districts in all of Kansas. If you don't know much about it, we are in eastern Kansas, just south of like Olathe and Overland Park, Shawnee Mission area. And used to be a really small school district. Well, we are growing extremely fast. Our community is amazing, and they passed a bond so we could build this 2nd middle school. And then last year we actually had to pass another bond where we'll be building a 3rd middle school to be opening up in 2022. That's how fast we are growing and outgrowing the buildings we have. Elementaries are popping up all over and around us, and we've having to build middle schools, and they're talking about either expanding the high school or building another second high school, just because we're expanding. And I feel like our community has been amazing and how they've been supporting us. So that kind of leads into our next topic, which is this course, which is that school and the community relationships. So what in my opinion, as of what I know now before taking this course, what do I think is important regarding school community relations? Well, obviously positive relationships. If you have a negative relationship between your school and your community, it is not going to go well. It is not going to run smoothly. You're not going to help the students like you need to. And I feel like the best way to do that is just to have open communication. If the community feels like the school is hiding things, or the school feels like the community doesn't like the way they run things, it's just going to cause a rift there, and they're not going to be able to get along and help each other. So I feel like the open communication is a great lead-in to making sure we have that positive relationship, as well as student involvement. Get those students involved in the community, whether that's through community service, as I mentioned there, but also like our high school, they have this thing called Bronco Hour, where students can use that time as they will, and a lot of them are going into the community and kind of like an internship, but partnering alongside of community members in some like trade jobs and things like that, to where they can go. We've even had some high school students come and shadow teachers because they think, hey, that might be something they do, but also go to the car mechanic shop if that's what they're interested in, or go to the coffee shop because they want to learn the business side of things like that. And our community has been amazing, and our community at Spring Hill is awesome how they want to partner and help our students grow. So I do feel like Spring Hill has a great positive relationship with their community. And lastly, hey, it's very important that the community gives financial support, more than just taxes and things like that. But our community has passed those 2 bond issues that were a lot of money, but have helped our school district. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do that. Our school's one-to-one technology, we had to communicate with the community why that was important and how one-to-one technology is going to help our 21st century students be to where they need to be when they graduate in 12th grade. So that's what I think is important as of now. But then how even though I think it's good, how can my school district and then me personally improve communication? Well, as a school, more involvement. The more you can be involved with the community, the better. Whether we do that through Old Settlers Day parades in Olathe, where we bring our school band and we partner with them and do that, or expand on site council. I've been a part of that for the past 3 years. It's real small and just a small handful of parents and community members. We'll expand on that so that we can use that council to then push different things out to the community so that everyone is understanding and on the same page. So more of an open door for the decisions that our school makes and why we are making them, which hopefully and always seems to be that we are making decisions what's best for students. And if I feel like we can get the community to understand that, we will be starting really well. But me personally, how can I communicate better, either with my fellow teachers, administration, community members, students, things like that? Well, more regularly. Sometimes I find myself, it's like, oh, I haven't talked to the parents of my students, besides like discipline issues. I haven't talked to them in like weeks, and I don't think that's okay. I need to be more regular with it and just communicate. Hey, this is what we're doing on our class. This is what's happening at school. Let me know if you guys want to come in and help, different things like that. I also think expanding using social media. I do have a Twitter account based for my classroom, and I've had tons of parents tell me, hey, we love this, because I do direct our school play. I am an assistant football coach, and then obviously a 6th grade social studies teacher, and I use that account to take quick pictures and post them, or just a quick tweet, hey, this is what we're doing in class today. What are your thoughts? And the community loves it. And I think expanding using that, I know our school uses Twitter and Facebook. Well, how could they even expand on that to get that information? It can help with that communication to build those positive relationships if we let them know what is happening. And lastly, just technology in general. We have tons of tools at our fingertips. Why aren't I using that? Videos such as this I could be using to let people know, hey, well, this is what we're going to do this month, or this is what we're doing this week, or flip my classroom so that parents can see how I teach and things like that. So using technology to expand it. So there's my very limited knowledge on community and school relationships. I feel like I'm lacking in this greatly, and so I'm very excited about this course. I feel like I'm going to learn a lot. Even those 3 articles we had to read for that quiz, learning how to introduce yourself, back to school parent night. Hey, I'm Paul Carter. I teach 6th grade social studies. Yeah, the parents already know that. They see it on the piece of paper. What can I do to tell that story, to make that connection, to make them feel like they are welcomed in my classroom and that they come to me with questions? So I even thought, hey, those very first 3 articles were super eye-opening. So I'm excited to learn alongside all of you and see how much we can learn, because, hey, we're all teachers and we're all trying to be better at our craft. So I feel like communicating with our community will help us get there.